Thank you for joining me today. Here I'll be going over a game of Camille I played using a 3-point W start. In this, I am putting 3 points in W because it has a far better early game. You get 24 damage per rank up of W roughly, and you get only 3 to 10 damage on your Q, with the 3 being the Q1 and 10 being the Q2. Even with Triforce, that's the same damage numbers. But alright, I did a very good performance this game, and I wanted to cover it. So here we go. Starting off, they have a Pike, we have a Leona team. I didn't want to invade initially because I thought that our invade would be worse than theirs, considering that Leona is not super great level 1. She's got her stun, but after she uses it, she doesn't have much else to follow up. Shaco I thought would want to start boxes because typically that's what Shacos will start for their clears, but we end up going for it because the team kind of just goes, and while hesitant at first, I do follow along and I trail back. I mostly was expecting other people to show up, but no one does. I try to ping off, but in the end, I go with because even if, it's not a great call, if everyone's going, it's better off than it is if only some go. Me and LeBlanc both didn't want this, though, you can tell. I do miss my E, actually, here. I expected Kalista to go forward still. It continues on a bit past this. I think the end trade is 2 for 2. LeBlanc gets 1. I get the second. And then Jin's dying is the second death. I didn't get a first blood, so I ended up buying boots here and just TP into lane. Boots are pretty helpful versus Aatrox because they give you the ability to more easily dodge his Qs. But overall, not the worst start considering. I do have my E, which means at my level 1, I have to be really... I'm going to have a hard time because I can't utilize the walls unless he walks way too far, but he knows I have E, so he shouldn't be overextending. I'm trying to look for him to Q me. He doesn't throw it, but catch me at the tip of that one. Managed to avoid those ones. He's going to hit level 2 before me because he has push advantage. I'm trying to see what he has. He shows the W, misses on the minion. I extend the trade slightly. He's in my minions. Getting hit by the Q3 there was a bit unfortunate. But I have a D shield. Getting the first W on him. Got a nice avoidance there. I'm willing to lose a little CS on that early wave just because I need to avoid the Qs. I really am trying to see if he'll go for him. I know he doesn't have his E yet, so I had a moment where he can't really easily hit me. He's going to get his level 3 in a second here. Yeah, there it is. So now he has E. Landed another W. Don't quite get the Q, but he disengaged me with the W. That one I was surprised hit me. He's getting really close to this wall here, so I'm going to use it in a second to take a short trade on him. Oh no, actually that's later on. Go place a ward. Looter has no ghost because he used it in the invade fight. He goes near mid. See him down there. Shaco comes up here. He's going to get the Aatrox's flash. And that'll be important because I'm going to use that to get a kill on him. So far I have 2 points in W. And for reference, it was doing 91 at level 1. And let's see how much this next one does. I'm going to land 1 on here before I take the all in. 119. Yeah, so 20 more damage. It's an easy kill. I nicely dodged the Q3 with my flash. He's got TP, so I'd try to get this shoved quickly. I'm not super concerned if I miss some minions here. I just want to get out, get my Sheen, because I have to walk back to lane. So But at this point, me and Aatrox are both down summoners. So that's fine. I get my resources replenished, and I start walking back. He picked up boots and a cloth armor. I think versus Aatrox, it's so much harder to fight him if he goes to D-shield, because it makes it really hard to finish him off. There, when I got him low, the ability to finish him off comes from mostly the fact that he just doesn't regenerate a ton. Rearrange the items. Tried to vision ping that, but wrong ping. I didn't over-assess on it. Shaco's not around, so it doesn't really matter. Not the best W there. One thing is when you go for extra points in your W, you really do need to try and land it as much as you can. Like, if you make poor W usages, it's going to do you no good. That one was decent, but he's got bone plating. He dodged that one. Here he's using all his Qs up, so I'm going to go for trade in a moment. He committed to that. That one was just to the side. He doesn't seem to want to E4 at me. Now, I could have tried to go for an all-in immediately there, but I figured I would rather get him chunked out a little bit. Yeah, that's that 132 on that with just a Sheen. I start using my biscuits here for mana recovery, because during this fight, I actually need the extra mana. I extend it out. I have my E coming up in a second. I was going to use that, but he just goes in the bush. He goes high. I actually overshoot this. He did a nice double back, but one more usage of W, and we get him. So he has no TP. Can't easily come back. I'm going to try and shove this in as fast as I can. I'm not even concerned as much if I miss some of these minions on the next wave, because I'm going to just start shoving it as quickly as I can. I think that Udyr could be roaming up. I might have been wrong. I might have seen him down bot area, but I just wanted to get this in and get out of here. Aatrox will be back soon. Missed the cannon, which is sad though. But here, they actually do a lane swap for a second here. I don't think they commit to it just yet. They're going to commit to it later on, and Azir will be the top laner for after a certain period. Pick up Phage. Just checking on mid lane. Okay. Team is getting Dragon. Blanc seems like she's doing okay versus the Aatrox. I just do a quick check. No, I think at this point, actually, Azir is the top laner at this point. The wave doesn't crash, which is really nice for me, because I have this beautiful position where I can use my E off this close-by wall. He wastes his Q right there, so I know he can't EQ away. I take a short, heavy trade. Got him chunked out to half. Similar to the Aatrox, I just want to get him worn down, and then I can find openings later. He uses his Q again, but I don't have any CDs up. Now I'm actually going to pressure him to look for when he uses Q. That's my signal for aggression, basically. He holds it for a long time. He's actually, I think he might have realized off that first trade how badly it went when he used it. But there he goes, he uses it. Missed the W. But here, he blows R, and this is a trick I've seen so many Camille players do to me, when I would play Kayle especially, is just back up, look like you're going to run away, and W is going to help me finish this off. Nicely done. So we get a nice kill there. He still has his TP up, so he's going to TP right back to lane. I think I get one plate and I got to leave. No, actually, I stay slightly because I need about 150 gold for Triforce. So I'm going to just stay carefully and get my Triforce gold, then I'll back and TP back. Yeah, I just check and see. I'm not going to do anything crazy here. He doesn't have any resources. He doesn't flash or ulti, but I don't want to get potentially ganked, and I don't want to give any opportunities for anything to happen to me there. I'd see Udyr bot lane now, but I don't think I have the ability to kill him if I were to go for an all-in, and it would only potentially like make things more difficult for me. Because I don't want to sell D-Shield right now. I wanted to keep it for as long as I could right now. I use W to farm the cannon. And with that, I think I farmed the wave under tower before I base. Yeah. Because I'm not too low. He can't threaten to just suddenly kill me. And now I base. I pick up a glowing moat for lucidity boots. I could have tried to chase him down there, but played it patiently. Not the combo. I got his ulti out of him though, and that's one of the big tools for me to be able to go all in on him. And he's dead. Don't think the combo I did there was executed as best as I could have, but it was sufficient. And I'm going to do a number on the tower now. Because I see them all bot side. Aatrox is mid, so I know where everyone is. And Azir's got no TP, so I kill the tower here. Of course, Azir is going to replace it in a moment, but I'm going to be leaving, so it won't matter to me. AP Shaco is a nightmare to play into, in my opinion.
You will be forgotten before you're dead.
Udyr's ganking bot lane again.
Your limitations will be your downfall.
If I hit that E, I kill him, but I found that it's got to be careful when fighting against a Aatrox, because if you can't burst him out and he gets to heal up, it can be nightmare to fight. Here, I saw blue buff be aggroed. I don't know if it was from a Shaco box, but when I saw the aggro on blue buff, I back off. Like, I just started going, okay, who's here? But I'm pretty sure it was a Shaco box actually that aggro blue buff there. I just didn't realize it was still there. Aatrox actually TP's here, so I could have pushed this tower now, but I just chose to reset, get a Vamp Scepter. I don't have a lot of HP, and Pike is the one I'm worried about. Their bot lane is quite fed.
Technology and I have a complicated relationship.
I make the call to go for Herald. There's going to be a fight that breaks out after Herald. We take it, and it's going to work out, but yeah, I just want to make sure we got this started and taken. I also make sure that I get the eye. I just wanted to make sure I had control. Yeah, pre-positioning myself over the eye. I start heading the opposite direction, but then I see the team fight that starts breaking out. So I turn back.
Only command what you can endure.
Alright, go base. I got Spear of Sohjin third. I like Sohjin because it gives you a very, very sizable increase to your damage output. And when you go for a W start like this, you want the extra haste because you're lacking cooldown reduction on your E otherwise. Like instead of having my E max right now, I'm going to have it max level 15. I think the trade-off is worth it. As long as you go Spear Sohjin third. I am going to have my first and second deaths of the game in a moment here. First one here, I kind of mistimed my ultimate against Pike. It's not like it was a bad death necessarily, but I just did it too early. The second death is a bad death though, and I'm going to be trying to TP to assist the Leona and Jhin when they're overextending, pushing the tier 3 mid. This death was overall not the worst. My bounty went to Pike, which is actually probably a good thing. Yeah, following this fight, Leona and Jhin are going to try to push mid lane, and Shaco and LeBlanc are going to both be backing off, and I'm going to TP behind the wave to them. And what's going to happen is that LeBlanc is going to continue her recall because she seems to be a very independent player. She doesn't seem to concern herself that if it's not good for her, she's not going to do it. Yeah, here I was TPing to help, and I was like, oh, okay, they're already dead. And then I walked forwards like this, and I'm like, now I've been seen. They're not going to help me. They want me now. I missed my E on that wall there, and I just can't quite get them out. So that was a bad death. Like, honestly, that was my worst play of the game part. But everything else went really well. And I'm not going to die again in the time till the game's over. So they get a dragon. I was like, all right, yep, gotta focus up. Just doing some surveying of things. Leona's Warmogs is not quite active yet. She seems very forward. Such is the way of Leona sometimes, I guess. So here is where her. This is why I don't play these champions, honestly. I can't stand when this stuff happens to me. Doesn't matter how tanky she is. She can't move. I get here in time. I can start to clean this up. Zero pushed me away. But I'm able to recover. I'm going to go shove bot lane in and then base for spear, I think. Okay, yep, we base. Got Spear of Sohjin, just watching what's happening. This is a... Shaco kind of gets Leona killed there, honestly. And then I think Shaco gets Jhin killed. Yeah. He gets the Udyr with this box, though. I clean up both of them. I think Pyke does kill Shaco, actually. He hits a really good R on him. But I'm here. I also get the Aatrox. Blanc is applying pressure top lane. Kalista was just showing mid, so I keep pushing. My team starts grouping around Baron, which is what they should be doing. Udyr is going really hard to commit towards me. I back off because I see Kalista and I imagine someone else is with her too. I believe Pyke shit's down here as well. I do a quick check to see if Udyr's at his red buff. See the Pyke. See Kalista taking the Krugs. The enemy team actually decides to commit to the Baron fight, and they just leave me alone down here, so I'm going to take all the way to the inhib. I end up taking the inhib as well, I believe. Alright. Just kind of checking where everyone is right now. I see Azir's back. I see Dragons coming up soon, but I see LeBlanc is also giving some chase. She's getting chased around. She gets a nice pick on the Kalista. I'm like, okay. I saw the Udyr. I get seen on a ward here. But I'm just looking around to see what I can find. This E gets stopped on that wall chunk there. I amazingly get him because he's just overstaying. and recalling in a bad location. I use R because if we get a kill on him, it makes it so much easier to take Baron. See Azir, and I back up again. I don't want to get randomly killed somehow. So I just go help my team finish off the Baron. I actually basically get left to finish it. Like, Shaco peels off, Jhin peels off. Me and Leona just have to like finish it from like 3k HP. I base. Pick up Sterix now. And I pick up a Vamp Scepter, which would be going towards Bloodthirster if I was able to finish it. I find that the 70 AD is really nice, and the extra lifesteal you get makes your Ravenous Hydra really heal you a lot. Team is looking like they're going mid, so I'm pathing towards topside. Blanc joins me on topside. I don't mind it.
Sometimes ambitions must be restrained.
There's some really good Qs in that fight. Yeah, look at that 200 healing on Q. That's the extra Vamp Scepter. I just focus the Nexus. And we win. Overall, it was a solid, solid game. And I'm pretty happy with it. Again, here's the room page I was running and the skill order I went with. Normally, I would do a W level 1 and W level 3 specifically. I will take usually E if it's going to be a matchup where I like need to be safe or if I have like limited ability to get my Q on the target. That's why I went EW instead of like picking up Q level 2. And in matchups where I can actually get some Qs in, I will use Q at level 2 and pick up E level 4. And alright, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy.